How should a single parent woman of a son go about being married to have protection and guidance for she and her son? First and foremost, okay, that's reasonable. That's a reasonable concern. Everybody needs protection, right? Brothers, before we leave a house, we consider protection, right? Before we, get out the car at the gas station, because we consider protection, things like that. So that's reasonable. However, for a woman, the first thing that, like we just went over, for a sister, we have to learn how to present ourselves. We have to learn how to present ourselves. So if a man is your protection and a man is your guide, he's a man of value. That is a man of value. Thus, this sister would have to be a sister of value. So how would you go about that is, first and foremost, go to Sirach 6 and
the book of Sirach, chapter 6 and verse 36. And if thou seest...
Start at verse 35, bro.
Verse 35, yes, sir.
Yeah, you're going to just read down to 37.
Yes, sir. Sirach chapter 6 and verse 35. Be willing to hear every godly discourse, and let not the parables of understanding escape thee.
Right. There was a man who was very well known, became famous with a podcast based on the lack of accountability. So bad and so poor in our sisters and our women especially. He became famous. His career was based on the lack of responsibility and accountability that women have. What the Bible is telling us, it's the same thing that this man told of a lot of our sisters. Now, he wasn't righteous. He didn't appear to have studied the Bible based on his own life choices. He didn't study this. But we have a brother that was saying things that is in line with what the scripture is saying. You have to be willing to hear every godly discourse. Is every godly discourse in line with your actions, with your behavior? No. Some of it is correction. You have to take accountability of it and fix it. So the first step to how should a single parent woman of a son go about getting married is take accountability. Be willing to hear every godly discourse. Come, and you have to sacrifice yourself before your leaders. That's what you should do. It's just what you should do. What it should look. I'll prove it. Go to Sirach chapter 8. Go to Sirach chapter 8. Start at verse 8.
The book of Sirach chapter 8 and verse 8. Despise not the discord of the wise.
Why would you despise somebody's talk? Is it because they're telling you how beautiful you are? How nice your hair is today? How lovely your fragrance is today? How sweet you appear to be? Is that what you despise as a woman? No. What you would despise is everything that you're being told is wrong with you. So the Bible says, despise not the discourse of the wise. Read on.
But acquaint thyself.
But what?
But acquaint thyself.
What does acquaint mean? Look that up for me, IT, real quick. Real quick. That word there, acquaint. Most High is a genius. He picked a very, very perfect word to go right there. What does acquaint mean? Acquaint. So it says, I'm going to read the definition then similar. It says, make someone aware of or familiar with. Now, what's that similar say? It says to familiarize, make familiar, make conversant, keep up to date, accustomed to, meaning you're used to it. Make known to, make aware of, inform of, advise of, apprise of, brief as to, give information about, enlighten, keep posted. Let know, prime on, ground in, instruct, teach, educate in, school in, indoctrinate in, initiate into, give the lowdown on, give the rundown on, fill in on, do up about, clue in on, pull in the picture about, keep up to speed with, gin up on, give the gin about, familiar, conversant, at home, up to date, up, well versed in, knowledgeable about, well informed. All these similarities along with the definition means what? Get yourself comfortable with being told everything that's wrong with you. For you to get well familiarized with, that don't mean it happened one time. That's what it would look like. Look, this is what I'm working with. I'm a single parent, I got one son, boom, 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 boom. What I need to do. Okay, sis, this is what you need to do. Boom, 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 boom. You working right now? Okay, boom. This is what you do. See you next week. Come back next week or maybe couple weeks, next month. Hey, listen, I did that thing that you said. Now what? Where am I now? Okay, right now, this is what we got to fix. Let's work on this, and this. Okay, see you next month. I done did that. Now where we at? That's what that looks like. That's what that looks like. And it is as simple as that. The problem is accountability. That's the problem. That's the problem. All right? So where do we start? Acquaint yourself with the discourse of the wise. Get very comfortable with it. If there's something good about you, you don't need to hear it from me. You don't need to hear it from nobody. If you have a goal of what to fix to get to ascertain what you're looking for. If that's your goal. Now, if you want me to tell you everything right with you, how you ever going to know what's wrong with you? You may never see your goal. We both wasting our time. So acquaint yourself, read.
But acquaint thyself with their proverbs.
With their which means what? Wise, true sayings. Read on.
For of them thou shalt learn instruction.
For of them. Remember we read that in Sirach chapter 7. Hast thou daughters, instruct them, and have a care of their body. Y'all remember we read that? So now we're seeing that of the wise, of the elders, is where you're going to learn instruction. Now, if you have a husband, be instructed of your husband, and hopefully he's instructed of his elders. But if you're single, your instruction should be coming from the elders, the leaders. Read.
And how to serve great men with ease.
And how to what?
And how to serve great men with ease.
Right, it don't say a piece of trash. It say how to serve great men with ease. It's not hard. It's not difficult. I just can't submit to this monkey. Can't do it. No, it says how to do that with ease. You must be instructed on that. Remember what Titus 2 say. You must be taught how to love your children, how to love your husband. That's not just easy. That's not just, I digress. Go back to Sirach 6 where we was.
Yes, sir.
And 30, go ahead.
The book of Sirach, chapter 6 and verse 34.
Come on.
Stand in the multitude of the elders.
Come on.
And cleave unto him that is wise.
Mm-hmm.
Be willing to hear every godly discourse.
Read.
And let not the parables of understanding escape thee.
Come on.
And if thou seest a man of understanding.
If you see a man of understanding. Come on.
Get thee betimes unto him.
Uh-huh.
And let thy foot wear the steps of his doors.
Let thy foot wear the steps of his door. You should get on his nerves. Since I ain't got time this week, come on, I'm tired. That's what it should look like. That's what it should look like. Or to maybe the wife. Look, talk to the wife. Talk to the wife. All right. We gotta deal with throwing somebody out for adultery this week. Talk to the wife. Right? Go ahead, read on.
Verse 37. Let thy mind be upon the ordinances of the Lord.
Uh-huh.
And meditate continually.
And do what?
And meditate continually in his commandments.
Watch this.
He shall establish thine heart.
He's going to establish. If you're following this course here, your God himself is establishing your heart. And if your heart is established, what is your path? What is your ways? That's righteous. That's established. You ain't going slip. That goal that you're looking for, you will reach it. Watch this. Read on.
And give thee wisdom at thine own desire.
At thy what?
At thine own desire.
You know what that means right there? You got to want it. You have to take accountability. Can't nobody do that for you. Nobody can do that for you. You got to do that for yourself. All right? So that's where we start. And of course, there's more, but that's where we start. All right? For how should a single parent woman of a son go about being married to have protection and guidance for she and her son? which is a beautiful goal, by the way.
What is a nation?
Nation is men leading by example. Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is children with role models. Nation is unity. Nation is you.